All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to Life Aligned. My name is Kaylin, and on this channel, we'll be discussing manifestation, how to create a life you love, and feminine energy. And today, we are talking about how you probably hate your life, how to break free from that misery, and how to create a better life that you actually love. So, the first thing that I want to touch on is well, first of all, we need to get to the root of the problem. What is causing so many people to be so miserable? Where did it come from? And then we can discuss how we're actually going to work through that. So, first thing that I wanted to mention is society's programming, specifically the education system. So, from a very young age, we are taught to work for other people. We're conditioned to follow the same linear path, go to school, get a degree, and work into retirement. But the problem is, so many people nowadays, they're following this path and they're going to school, they get their degrees, and they're like, wait a minute, this isn't the security that you promised me. Or even if they are, successfully entering the workforce after college, actually working in their desired field, they find that they're very unhappy. People just sometimes they follow this path and they flat out hate their lives. And the reason for that is this path is just too robotic. We're here to enjoy life and be happy. We weren't created to suffer or to be slaves. I know there's people now who are realizing like it just feels very unnatural to them. And I'm not saying that this is the case for everyone, but come on. There's a lot of people who are going through this right now. The system that we've been forced into discourages creative thinking, individuality, and explorations of our passions. When you go against your soul's calling, you're gonna experience misery. You're gonna feel down. You might even experience depression because it wasn't what you agreed to come here and do. But you forget your soul's mission when you listen to what, your family has instilled in you or what society tells you to do. And in turn, you lead a very miserable life. Another issue, something else that could cause this, cultural or familial expectations. Many people are pressured by societal norms or by their family to follow like a certain path of success. So, for example, you see a lot of entrepreneurs now. I'm not blaming entrepreneurs at all, but some entrepreneurs get on YouTube or they get on whatever platform and they say, follow this business model, do this thing that I'm doing and make six figures. And this way of living is extremely limiting and detrimental because people think, okay, if I do exactly what this person is doing, then I'll see the same success as them. What you're not understanding is that you have your own unique passions, skills, natural talents, whatever that can actually generate your own stream of wealth. You don't have to do what other people are doing to be successful. So these external measures of success often overshadow personal fulfillment and leave people feeling empty despite achieving these goals, because they're like, dang, okay, I followed the business model, I'm making the money, but why do I still hate this? Why do I hate this life? Or, all right, I went to college, I went to law school, I'm successful in my field, but I hate it here. What's going on? It's because that's not what your soul has called you here to do. Another issue that I see so often, and it's really upsetting, to say the least, the helpless victim mentality. So first I want to touch on victimhood programming. A lot of times we're constantly exposed to narratives that reinforce a sense of helplessness, whether it's through the media, family, or peer groups. Like they might be like, oh my gosh, did you hear that we're in an economy crash? The economy is SHIT and we're doomed. What are we going to do? There's not enough money. There's not enough jobs. I'm stuck. But honestly, the things that are going on around us, the circumstances that go on around us, they don't have to determine our lives. And the problem with this type of mentality, the victim mentality, or relying on the news to tell you how your life is going to be, is that it creates this idea that life is something that happens to us and not something that we get to create. we get to actively shape our lives. And yes, there are things in life that happen that are out of our control. But even in those circumstances, you get to decide how you're going to let something impact you. For example, say your ex cheats on you, right? And you could either take that situation and say, okay, I am never going to love again. I'm done with relationships. I'm done with men, or I'm done with women, whatever. Or you can take that as a hi, as a learning experience, and say, you know what, even though I got cheated on or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to let that define how the rest of my relationships look. But it's all about what you decide and what meaning you assign to the things that happen to you, because you cannot control whether or not someone is going to be faithful to you. But you can control whether you allow yourself to think that there's something wrong with you and that's why they cheated on you, that you don't deserve to be loved. Or you can take it and see, okay, that shows me who they are. This might have highlighted some things about myself in this relationship, but now I know how to act going forward, and I get to take this as a learning experience. And that's with anything in life. It doesn't have to be this, black and white thing that, okay, this happened to me and now I'm doomed. And now I'm never going to be loved again. Now I'm not worthy of love. A lot of people go into panic when situations happen to us, but you have to be in control of your mind and your emotions if you actually are going to if you're actually going to create a life that you want to live. Ultimately, you get to assign meaning to everything you experience. Another thing that I want to talk about is blame culture. It is so easy to blame external factors like the economy, politics, or other people for our problems. But ultimately, when you point the finger at everyone else, you are giving away your power to control your life. Putting onto this victim mentality and this woe is me mindset that it's everyone else's fault and everything is just happening to you, and you refuse to take responsibility for your life, you're going to keep being stuck and under someone else's control for the rest of your life, unless you choose to change your mindset. Because you keep reminding yourself of what happened and, putting yourself in this victim mentality or throwing yourself this pity party instead of taking control of your life. Who cares? At the end of the day, you can't live in the past forever, okay? So you have to come out of that and decide that you're going to give yourself a better life. Third thing that I wanted to talk about, limit perceptions of possibility. So using your circumstances to define what's possible. So many people limit their potentials by looking at their circumstances and allowing that to be the only thing that they experience in their life. So say you have a desire to move to Los Angeles. I don't know. But you grew up in what's the hood in Atlanta? I don't know. You grew up in the hood somewhere in Georgia. So you're like, dang, I would love to move to LA one day. Like that's my dream destination. But I grew up in the hood. I came from nothing. I ain't never gonna get to LA and blah 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 blah. Okay, then that's gonna be the truth for you. If that's what you speak over your life and that's what you decide, then so be it. But for someone else who might have grown up in a similar environment, but they are determined to get what they want out of life. They're determined and they understand that they deserve the best that life has to offer. They're not going to look around at what's going around them currently and say, this is all that I'll ever be. They're going to say, no, I know that I deserve better. I'm going to get better. And they will start to take the necessary steps, and things will just start to align in a way that puts them on a better path to what they actually want to experience. So like I want to keep reiterating, you get to decide what your life is going to look like. Okay? You're never stuck. You're never trapped unless you tell yourself that you are. Whether it's the environment you were raised in or your financial situation or limitations that society has placed on you, none of that matters unless you decide that it does. Don't make the mistake of using these factors to determine what you can achieve. There are so many people who worked through their traumas and created a better life for themselves. So why couldn't that be you too? You think that there's so many people in the world who have changed their lives, but for some reason it just could never be you. No matter what you're going through, it's just not possible for you. Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're going to decide? That's what you're going to speak over your life? Why? Why would you deny yourself all the greatness that life has to offer? The only thing that's separating you from these people with success stories is your mindset. I guarantee you there's at least one person who has it way worse than you did at some point, or who had it way worse than you do at some point, and is now thriving. They're prosperous and living out their dreams. You know, they believed in themselves and they made the decision that instead of complaining and throwing themselves a pity party, they were going to put themselves in a position to win. And they did this by first controlling their minds. So again, if you believe that where you are right now is all you can ever be, then that will be your reality. But if you can shift your mindset and understand that your current situation is temporary, then you can expand your mind and open the door to new possibilities. Another issue that a lot of people experience is allowing small-minded people to get into your head. Oh my God. First of all, if you are surrounded by a bunch of small-minded people, people who tend to be very pessimistic or realistic, you don't even need to be telling them what your dreams are. I'm sorry, you don't, because you might be, expressing your dreams to them or telling them your goals as a way to get them to understand, or in the hopes that, if you share these goals with them, then they'll start to be able to think more positively and they'll be able to see the bigger picture. But for a lot of times, these people are stuck in their ways. And with you sharing your dreams with them, it's only going to pull you down, and they might start to get in your head and speak fear into your plans, into your goals, speak fear over your life. And then you're going to feel like, dang, you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe that's not possible. Maybe I am being delusional. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're delusional for the dreams that you have, for the plans that you have for your life. Either you be delusional or you be miserable. You get to decide. Are you going to be delusional? Are you going to look crazy to these small-minded people? Or are you going to continue to live a life that you freaking hate? You have to be very careful, because some people will speak fear over your dreams, and they're going to try to make it seem like, oh, I just want to protect you. I just want the best for you. I don't want to see you get hurt because you failed in something, and blah, 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 blah. It's all BS, honestly. Or they might be coming from a good place, but regardless of their intentions, the words that they speak over your life can be very, very impactful. All they're really doing is projecting their fears and insecurities onto you to keep you trapped in the same negative cycle that they're stuck in. There are so many people out there that have that crabs in a bucket mentality. They don't want to see you do better than them, or they want you to be doing just as bad as them or worse. But that's not your problem. Just because they can't or couldn't achieve something doesn't mean that you can't. You're not them and they're not you. And honestly, the main thing that's keeping them from achieving whatever it is that they want is probably their freaking sucky mindsets. And when you have big aspirations for your life, you have to get comfortable with the fact that there are going to be people who you have to distance yourself from because of their jealousy. And you need to pay attention to the little things people say and how they react in certain situations, because people can pretend to be happy for you all day. But pay attention to how they feel or how relieved they get when something bad finally happens to you. Man, don't brush that type of stuff off, because that's a clear, real life example of misery who loves company. Okay, so when you stop taking advice from small-minded people, you start to open yourself up to a life that's limitless. So now that you have a clear understanding of what's holding you back, what's keeping you stuck, and what's making you so miserable, let's discuss the ways that you can start to shift your reality and create a better life. So first, you need to shift your mindset. No amount of hard work vision boards, scripting, visualization, none of that is going to matter if your mind is not in the right place. Okay, you need to understand that only you have the power to change your life, but it all starts with your mind. So this requires a shift from blaming external circumstances and external factors to taking full responsibility of your life and the things that is going on around you. Then you need to become aware of your limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones so you can begin to see new possibilities for your life. You can also start to reprogram your mind by doing daily affirmations, listening to sleep tracks, or listening to subliminals throughout the day, robotic affirmations, and just really training yourself to think more positively. Like, you have to get ahead of your thoughts, or you need to be on top of your thoughts. Like, you need to kind of sit with yourself, whether it be through meditation or just, riding to work, wherever you're going, in silence, and just seeing what comes up. And if it's negative thoughts, kind of figure out what caused them, what triggered these negative thoughts, and then think of ways that you can reframe them. You really need to start training your mind, but you can only do that when you're actually aware of what's going on up there. You can also try scripting, and just surrounding yourself with positive influences, even if it's just YouTube videos or positive podcasts that kind of put you in the right frame of mind. Say if you had the desire to become a lifestyle creator full time, you want to quit your job and become a lifestyle creator, you need to start watching lifestyle creators and seeing, the type of content that they make and the things that their audience interacts with and what gets people excited and what videos excite you. So you can start to come up with your own ideas and ways that you can go about your own lifestyle creator journey or whatever. You just need to implement little seeds in your mind that remind you that the things you want are possible. Okay, so unfortunately my light, she did die. She died on us, but I'm gonna finish this video. This is already not how I wanted to record this video today, but the most important thing is that I get this information out to you guys. I feel like there's someone who needs to hear this as soon as possible. So whatever way it comes out, I'm happy with it. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, you need to flood your mind with evidence that the things that you want are within your reach. Matter of fact, if you want something, you need to claim it as yours. I'm so grateful and happy to be a homeowner. I love that I get to travel the world and I get paid. I get rich doing what I love. Whatever the case may be, just start speaking that over your life and claiming it as yours. You need to speak and act as if you already have your desires. Now, in order to really break out of the cycle of misery is to live in alignment with what brings you joy. So I would like for you to take a moment and just kind of think of maybe 1 to 3 things that you really love doing. I mean, things that you can do and you just completely lose track of time, or something that you could wake up every day and do for free and you would absolutely be like the happiest person in the world. If you can implement it into your daily routine, whatever your passion is, you need to do that. Whether it be through your career, through your hobbies, or even just, fun little side hustles that you do in your free time. And if you can't think of anything right now that brings you joy, think back to your childhood. What kind of things did you do in your free time as a kid? What did you love to do? What are some things that maybe you spent too much time doing? Whatever you love doing as a child, that can be a clear indication of what your passions are. And when you're an adult, you don't have as much time as you do when you're a kid, and you don't really allow yourself any time to do things that you love because you were programmed into living this, this fast-paced rat race life, and now you're finding yourself feeling like crap all the time. So yeah, to reconnect with yourself and to start to feel better about your life, you need to start implementing your passions into your daily routine. Now, before I end this, I want to encourage you to do a little life audit and figure out what you dislike and what changes you can make immediately. So a life audit would look like just going through the different aspects of your life. What does your health look like? What are your finances like? What are you doing for your career? What does your love life look like? And make note of the things that you do like, the things that you do enjoy, and the things that you dislike, and start thinking of ways that you can make changes to improve these areas of your life. Ultimately, what I want you to take away from this video is that you're not stuck and you don't have to live in misery forever. You deserve to live a happy, fulfilled life. Okay, the first step is taking back your power and learning how to control your mind. So I hope this at least gives you a glimmer of hope. And I really want you to push and start making positive shifts in your life. And remember that no one else can change your life but you. No one is coming to save you. And at the same time, no one else can determine what your life is going to look like but you. So no matter what's going on in the world, you still get to live a beautiful, thriving, prosperous, just an amazing life. So what are you going to do today to make that happen for yourself? If you're ready to take control over your reality and create a life that you genuinely love, comment below. Let's stay connected. I'll make sure to share more knowledge and more tools and resources to help you create your dream reality. And also, by the way, guys, be on the lookout for the link to join my email list because I'm currently working on a workbook. I'm so excited. I'm working on a workbook that will help you discover your soul's mission and your purpose and how to actually implement that into your life. So yeah, the ebook is coming out very, very soon. It will be out by the end of this month. I will have an official date soon. So once that email list drops, make sure you're a part of it. I don't want you guys to miss this because I really believe that this will be a major shift into creating the life that you desire. You can't create a life that you love if you don't even know what it is that you want out of life or what you're really here to do. But yes, be on the lookout for that. And that ebook will definitely be out the end of this month. It's September. So by September 31st, honestly, I believe it'll be out sooner. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. And hold on. I can't end the video like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope that this video ignited something within you that actually makes you want to change your life, because I've really been feeling the energy of the collective and how so many people are miserable and they just hate the lives that they live, whether they're in their 20s or if they're 70 something. People are really suffering right now, and I want to help everyone as a collective come out of that. So yes, stay tuned. If this video was in alignment with you, I really hope to get any feedback from you. Let me know your thoughts on this video, anything that you might want to add. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one. Bye.